Hello my friends, I'm G Hondo, and welcome back to Spreadsheet. Aurora. That's a joke. It's okay. This is episode 8. As of episode 7, we had opened up a pile of sectors, and I went through and did all the grav scans. We currently have 22 available to go. A good portion of them all in this one sector that apparently had 9 gates in it. It was kind of crazy, but we're just going to start at the top of the list up here at Gliese 752, so let's get right on it. Get those orders going. In the meantime, as before, I've just been researching based on whomever is decent. Technically, my best researcher is actually this missile kinetics people, but other than maybe more Gauss rate of fire for the CIWS, nothing else there really matters to me because I don't like using missiles. So I just skipped them, and then the next best one was this defensive system fellow, so currently he's working on the next level of thermal. It makes very little difference what order I do them here. I eventually want all of these many times, so we basically I'm just taking the cheapest one and bashing through them, and that's the easiest way. Anyway, with all that being said, we have new sectors to open, so let's get right on that. Oh, yes, I have to send those back. I had both of my scouts, well, the scouts that weren't doing anything, because obviously they're alternating work. I've been having them do some task force training just to bring their grade bonus up. I don't really need it to be very high, but I don't like being at -10s, which is the default, so just before I started recording, I shut that off and sent them back to Earth to refuel, so hence what that message was for. Anyway, moving on. I have designed a new scout, but I have not scrapped our current one. If it gets blown up, I'll replace it with the newer one. One of the fellows I had was a sensors person, so I have researched the new geological sensor. So I did redesign the scout for that, but like I said, I'm not going to scrap the ship just for that. If it gets blown up, I'll replace it with a better one, but that will be fine. Should be getting there pretty soon, I would think. Unless it's an awfully long way between jump gates. Which I guess it could be. Didn't actually check that. Oh, there he is right there. Need to stop for a moment. Why are you going at 1500? That does not sound right. Yeah, why are you going at 1500? No wonder it was taking so long. It's only traveling at quarter speed. Don't ask, I don't know. That might be from doing... Could that be from doing Task Force? If so, I might have to check the other one as well. Why, yes. They travel slower to do that. Interesting. Alright. Did not know that. I shouldn't need to do that much anymore anyway, so... Oops. Did not mean to do that. Sorry. So that shouldn't be a big deal, but I did not know that. That's kind of annoying, actually. And we are now in Gliese. And soon shall be at the new gate, and we shall see what we have. We have GJ 1290-3 or 8 or something, and I'm not seeing a whole heck of a lot of stuff to do here. That's looking pretty barren. But we will officially attempt to do some scanning and see if it can actually find a target. It cannot, because there are no targets. Okay, well, we will mark this one as empty then. That's quite disappointing. But that's fine. We'll jump back and go to Y17, because that one had some as well. So let's see what we can find there. 70 Ophiuchi to Y17 to that. go. Actually, is this actually empty, or is this just too far away? I should actually check that. Sorry, just before we get too involved here. Just want to make sure there wasn't actually anything... Okay, there isn't. Okay, no problem then. I was just concerned maybe it wouldn't have gone because I thought that was too far, but it certainly doesn't look like it. The waypoints aren't normally that large, so I guess we're safe. Anyway, so we went from Y17 something to a different Y17 something. Oh, goody. Alright. That's, not the right one. That's the right one. I'm trying to figure out why I couldn't see the ship. There's a good reason for that. Wow. Is this seriously another empty one? It is, another empty one. We are not doing well so far, folks. This one is also empty. Okay, let's try gate 3, I guess. Well, if nothing else, we're saving a bundle on fuel by not actually doing anything. That's not a real good excuse, but we'll go with it for now. Okay. Vega. And something. Good. Alright, let's get going. Alright, so these asteroids are looking okay so far. A couple of them anyway. Alien installation. Yes, please. Vega A2, Moon 1. Oops. Excellent. What's surprising, though, is I don't see anything guarding them. Or maybe I've just gotten lucky and they haven't found me yet, but that's quite unusual for there to be ruins but no enemy ships anywhere. I'm not complaining, but that's really unusual. Okay, pretty decent. And a good place for Sorium. Okay, I am very happy with the sector. We will be colonizing here to do the ruins on that moon. In fact, I think I'm going to mark it right now so we don't forget it. It was Moon 1. And that should mark it as a archaeological dig. Yes. That's how you know you've got the right one, because otherwise it would just call it a normal colony. Okay. Alright, so I will need ground units. That is for sure. Okay. Oh, I never bothered building more of these. Oh well. That's okay. And I do not know how to build construction ones yet. Okay, so I'm really far behind here. Alrighty. Ground force. I think let's start by building a few of those. And then I'm going to have to do the next research is definitely going to have to be on how to make a construction brigade. And probably the one after that, how to build something decent to defend them with. Anyway. Alright, so next will be, thank you for that bong, Lakai 87 via Y1639, which was via Gliese 6. Oh, yay. Gliese 6 was an Alpha Centauri. Okay. Ooh. Getting so far here. It's getting very tricky to keep track in my mind of where stuff is. Anyway. Jump back to Alpha, back to Barnard Star, through Sol to Alpha Centauri. While you're there, sneak in and just top up. You don't need fuel badly, but we'll just top you up. Then you'll go into Gliese, to Wise, to Lakai. Unexplored. Wow, okay, I did remember. Awesome. And we'll watch from Alpha Centauri to see when it arrives for the refuel, because then that's about halfway there. Good enough. Yeah, so it's just getting so complex that I'm going to have to find some other way probably of recording where these sectors are and how they link towards each other. The last season I tried to do almost like a little map, but that was just a total mess. This is working okay, but it's still not really good at these longer ranges. It was fine, you know, range 1, range 2, even range 3. Up at range 4 and we'll soon be getting into range 5 ones. It's going to be a little bit of a mess to keep track of. But anyway, I'll figure something out, I'm sure. Alright. What? Interesting. Okay. You're saying you didn't want to go because you just finished going through a gate. You're so fast you weren't ready to go through the next gate. Yeah, okay. How about you just sit there quietly? That is not the right button. Okay. Here's an idea. How about when I tell you to go somewhere, you go? How's that sound? That sound like fun? Yeah, I don't know why it would pop up that error and then just stop, and then as soon as you tell it to go again, it just goes again anyway. Seems kind of pointless to me, but anyway. What do I know? I'm just some dude. We're taking a long time to load this new sector. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's good because it's never rolled numbers so high for minerals. It's probably never rolled so many ships to blow me up, though. Wow, this is taking forever to load this new sector in. Apparently we don't want to go here. I guess. I really don't know. There it goes. All that for Gliese 832. Okay. Well, there's stuff anyway, so get cracking. That's kind of what I thought was the problem. We have an actual population with a huge EM signature. Okay. That means actual, real aliens. Some kind of goblin dog thing would be my best guess. Don't really know, but the fact is they're currently neutral. What that means is it's time for a Diplo team. And it's time for me to get my little scout out of here. Okay. Neutral contacts. Do Diplo. And we need to get out of there, because if they detect the ship, every tick that they detect the ship, they get madder and madder and madder, because of course they think it's a hostile vessel, because they don't know us. So we have to get out of here real quick. Okay, so let's get out of here. Let's cancel all of those. Just jump straight back. And then Gliese 849 is via Gliese 1. Gliese 1 is through Tau Ceti. Okay. Oops, come there. Okay, so you're going all the way back. To Alpha Centauri. So you can instead go to Tau Ceti, to Gliese 1, to Gliese 8, to Gliese 105. I really should start renaming these things or something. Okay, so you start heading there. In the meantime, I need to create... Let's just do it on the planet. To create a Diplo team. And come on, get them to work. Okay, apparently you don't want to do that. Okay, well, you did it anyway, so be it. Anyway, okay. So we will assign them. I don't remember if I had to do that right away or if I was supposed to just leave them. I think I'm supposed to do that immediately. Well, we'll do it anyway. We'll see how it goes. Alright. Now, we didn't get far, so we should have no trouble getting out of there. Yeah. They will have seen us, of course, but it should be a very limited amount of hostility that they would have had time to create. Hopefully, anyway. Okay. Whatever that is, you're getting very upset with them. Major progress plus 10. Wow. Okay, apparently that went really well. Whatever it was they just tried, worked really, really well. Do that again. Your communications efforts were very easy. It turns out they speak perfect English. Yeah. Oh, okay. They are apparently the Bradur hegemony. Okay, so be it. Well, we're already slightly positive diplomatically, so my ship is gone. There's nothing here that should upset them, so there's no real reason that we should have to worry about that, unless the Diplo team really screws up. So, as long as they do something even relatively good, then we'll be fine. And we may later have a new ally. Yay. Having said that, I'm not building them a jump gate, so they're going to be stuck here unless they have jump gate technology themselves. I see no reason I should help them explore and take over places I might want eventually. So, call me selfish if you must, but that's my plan. So, should probably have done 5 days since that scout had a long way to go to get over there. It's okay. It's okay. Welcome to another Loy 10. Okay. Well, we have stuff, so hop to it. Good start. Right off the bat, we found something. That's always a good place to start. Alright, that's about it, though. I think we'll just call that modest minerals. And no sorium. Okay. So we'll let you do... Do you have any last couple to do? Yeah, we have a couple... Oh, you still have a couple of the moons to do. Okay, go do those. Okay, nothing. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, where are we going next? To YZ Ceti, which was itself through Gliese 1. Okay. Back to Gliese 105 to... going... Did I miss one on my sheet here? Gliese 105. Okay, if that's not... Okay, now I'm sorry, but I'm quite confused. Okay, right now we're in Loy 10, which we got from Gliese 105. Gliese 105... Oh, it had 3, so I did screw up on here. Right. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. So 3 was Gliese 840 something. And it was that. 2 we don't know yet, but we'll do right now. Okay, now we're back in business. Whew. So having spreadsheets is awesome, but they work a whole lot better if you're accurate in what you're actually putting in the silly things. Which apparently I was not. Anyway. Alright, you are 107... I can't even remotely read that. Presium? Something like that. Apparently a very tiny area, because these waypoints is about all it's got. Maybe that's Pisceum. Either way. Hop to it. What portion of that was pausing? Oh, because the Diplo team got better. That's fine. I don't actually need to stop for that, but that's fine. Anyway. Alright. Right off the bat, you found some stuff. This is good. Decent. And decent. Okay. Stop it. So that was 107 Pisceum or something. And it was modest minerals, and no sorium as well. Okay. Now we can go back to YZ City. Through Gliese 1. Okay. Okay, we can do this. I'm sure I can find the path. Sure I can't, but anyway. To Gliese 1. To YZ City. To Heinz, which is the next one. Jump point 2. Let's go. Alright. Another increase. Yep, on the Diplo team. That's fine. They are, at this point, doing okay. That's still positive. It's not really moving, but it's positive, so that's good enough. Good enough for me. Right. Oh, there's our research done. Excellent. Now we needed construction brigades. Which I thought was under... Oh, no, it would be under ground. Right. There we go. Okay. And the actual building's not even close to done anyway, so no big deal. Okay. Good enough. Come on. I think it's my whole computer is crawling at the moment. It's not just the game. I'm seeing that the frame rate in the recording software is not doing so well either, so apologies if this video is in poor quality or is in certain places. Looks like there's nothing here at EG something or other. Okay. Fair enough. Alright. Not going to spend a lot of time worrying about a spot that's empty, that's for sure. Let's try the other one. And go. I see stuff here. Specifically, I see wrecks. That's never a good sign. Means at some point there was a combat here. And that probably means there is still some hostiles. So what we're going to do is we're going to advance very, very slowly to maximize our chances of getting out. I don't have active scanners on here, so I may not actually see these things until they're already shooting at me, assuming they're hostile. I should probably just flee, but yeah, it's not my style. Okay, we can go a bit faster until we get closer. Now, if they have active scanners, they should be seeing me by now. Assuming there's anything left here other than just these racks. Some of them are pretty large. I guess I should build a salvage vessel, because some of these are... Actually, all of them are... All but that one are over 10,000, so... Could get a lot of stuff out of them. Assuming there's nothing guarding them. This is otherwise a pretty poor place. Well, not too bad, actually. It's gotten a lot better in the last day or so. Alright, so, but there's no sign of any current active hostiles. So whatever these were, I guess they blew them each other up. Or something came through, blew them up, and then left. It could be either. I have no idea. Either way, this is... Actually, sorry, what was that called? GJ something. GJ2 something, okay. Lots of salvage, some minerals, no sorium. Okay. Salvager. Which I will probably end up doing... Well, actually, let's just do it right now. I see no reason not to at least have a design going for some kind of salvager. Okay. Assuming, of course, I have actual... Sorry, 1 second. What is that I'm looking at?
It's a new hoodie that allows you to have the cat sleep inside your...
So it's a hoodie, but it also has basically a kangaroo pouch for cats. How much is it? I have to have one. And is there one that has spots for 2 cats that then can't see each other? Like like one that's walled. There's no Trump walled one? Even if somebody else pays for it? Sorry. Bad political joke. Anyway, find out what those are worth. Because that's awesome. There we go, they even have one called Salvager. How convenient. Alright, what is my Salvager? Pretty terrible.
Can you read Chinese?
Can I read Chinese? No, is the short answer. I hope that was fair enough. Okay, but I can stack them though, so that's not so bad. But that's still going to take nearly a month per ship, which is a little bit rough. Let's say 5 of them? Because I do definitely need room for somewhere to actually put the stuff we get off the thing. So I can't go too crazy with actual salvagers. And I do... well, that's not too bad. And of course I still need like fuel and engines and everything too, which I don't have. 5 of those. Bit of fuel. Quite a bit of fuel, I guess. Okay. What if I use my... I deliberately made a weaker, like a half-size engine. Does that help? If I have twice as many of them? 760 for 330. 760. Nope, that actually makes it worse. Never mind. So we'll stick to these ones. That's a bit too much. Okay. You can scrape a couple off here. There we go. And I think a bit more fuel would be in order. In fact, I think one less salvager and one less cargo hold and a lot more fuel would be in order. Yes. Now we're getting to a decent range. It's a crazy amount of fuel, but that's okay. And most importantly, you need a jump drive, which means I put too much fuel on here. Now, I guess it can be slow, because it's just basically going to float out there, dig for a while, and then float back. So I guess there's no real urgency to have this thing be fast, I guess. I'd like it to not annoy me on its way, but it doesn't have to be super, super fast. So I guess that's okay. Where are we here? Another 1,000 and 750. Okay, and that is our salvager. Can definitely make it there and back, no problem. Has enough to store... well, I know we don't get full value out of each one, but that should theoretically hold at least 3 of those ships in one shot. And they'll take quite a few days to actually dig them out anyway, but that's fine. This I would call an incredibly low priority ship for in terms of commanders. I did go through and set every one of these to have a different priority. Not that it really makes a huge difference, but I did do that as well. Anyway, let's go to Earth and find out about retooling for this thing. There we go. Okay. Alright. While that's doing that, we can go back to Lakai 9, which is eluding me. Where is Lakai 9? Aurora 780, which is TZ Ariitis, which is a Tau Ceti one. Okay. I get so lost so quickly. This is way worse than a parking lot. Anyway, so where is he? There's one to Tau Ceti to 780 was TZ Ariitis. That's the one I was forgetting. Ross 780, Lakai 9, and jump point 1. Right? I've got these backwards, but that's okay. That's not a huge deal. I'll still fix it because OCD and all that, but it's not really a big deal. Okay. Glorious. Okay. Off you go. Okie dokie. Didn't see that message, but I'm sure it wasn't relevant because it didn't stop. So I'm sure whatever it was not that big a deal. Yeah, so we're looking at about 50, 80. There's about 100,000 tons here. Actually, a little over 100,000. But we won't get anywhere near that much. You don't get full out of it. I'm mostly interested, though, just to see if there happens to be any technologies in them, because sometimes you can get stuff you don't have yet. Most of the salvaging I did last season, I had already done so much of the research that there was no chance I'd find anything good, but this time I've got a lot less research done, so there's a chance. It's still not a good chance, but there's still a chance that I'll find something important. Who knows, though? We shall see. Oh, retooling is done. Sweet. Then let us begin the construction process. Oh, Oh, this is one of the most important things. I did not set the name. Very, 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 very bad of me. There we go. Okay. Now we can construct one, and it'll actually have a name. Very important. And you will be done in a year and a month. That's not bad at all. Cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. Oh, again, I should do 5 days because that scout's got a long way to go to get there. Or it could arrive right as I mentioned that, and that would be fine too. So this is another Louis 7 something. Because I'll be going back to do the gravitational surveys anyway, and that's when I can update the spreadsheet properly. I won't waste your guys' time doing that, so I'll just put in little notes for myself as I go, and that's plenty sufficient. Alright, let's see how we do here. I've already found some stuff, so this is a good sign. This could only be a good sign. Hopefully these things actually have something good in them, of course. That's the main difference. It's one thing to find something. It's quite another thing for that something to be worthwhile. But anyway. It's nice that there's a Lagrange point here to help you get to this one. I don't see where the other one is. It's probably in here somewhere, just I can't see it right now, but still that would make that trip a little, maybe a little bit quicker. It would definitely make, a trip from out here helpful if it's up here somewhere, but I can't see it, so I won't worry about it for right now. That will be fine. We're doing pretty good on moons and asteroids. Actually, we're doing overall pretty good here, I'd say, in scanning. Not bad at all. Hello, kiddies. Well, that's a big yawn, Smokey. Why don't you go back to sleep? You've been up for nearly 3 or 4 minutes now. That's a lot, right? Anyway. Nope, our harvesters are ready. I think it's because I have these two in a group, but it no longer I'll have to equalize them anyway. It no longer automatically jumps back to Sol, although it wouldn't now anyway because I have another colony, but it seems to have stopped doing that on its own now, which is kind of annoying. But it does still let me do... I'm not going to actually do it right now, but if it... Just to show you, I am still allowed to do this, and it does still work, so I just have to do it manually, which is a bit of a pain, but it's okay. Not a big deal. Anyway. Where is that other... Oh, there it is there. It's tucked right in there. So yeah, that actually will help a fair bit. That's cool. Anyway, how are we doing so far? Very nice. Nice. And some sorium. Good. I will call this good minerals, some sorium, and we'll call it even. Ooh, we're about to start the crazy, crazy, crazy one. Once this one's actually done. I don't think it's done yet. But then we have that crazy one that has like 7 or 8 unexplored unexplored gates on it. I couldn't believe it when it was scanning. I thought it was kidding. I went in because it said, you know, total number of waypoints 9. I thought it was a 5. But no, that I know I can't read this font very well, but that's a 9. And sure enough, it had just waypoint after waypoint. It's clearly some kind of major hub. So I'm definitely not building a gate there, because I do not want to see that many aliens coming. Look at all those asteroids. Wow. That's kind of crazy. But anyway. Whatever that wasn't important. Fair enough. There's a crazy lot of asteroids here. Crazy lot of asteroids here. And a lot of moons too, apparently. Well, I guess we're done the inner sector. And I would go to the outer wing. Oh, you know what might be slowing us down here? I'm going to stop us just for a second. What sector was that had that friendly race? It was off of Lakai 87. I'm wondering if it's slowing down because it's trying to draw what they're doing even though I can't see them. That's my guess anyway. Gliese. That does not look like the right one. From Lakai 8760. It was gate 2, which is Gliese 830 something. What did I click on? Oh, I did 849. It was 832. Yeah, these guys. I'm thinking this might be a case where even though it's not something you should ever have to do or need to ever do, I think I might just do that. Space Master Modos on. Disable that. Then shut it back off so I don't wreck anything. Okay. I'm not 100% sure, but that might be part of what's slowing us down a little bit here. May not be. I may just be mucking around for nothing, but anyway. Louis 7 something. You. Okay. Well, let's get back to going. Like I said, I have no idea if that's really what's happening, but I have noticed that it's slowed down quite a bit, even just from when we first started this episode. So again, apologies if the video quality is dropped, because I keep noticing, because it's chugging so hard, the frame rate's dropping occasionally, so I apologize if that is in fact causing a visual issue or an audio issue. I do not know. Anyway, we are done in here, so now we are going down to Gliese 205 via 40 Eridani, which was through Epsilon Eridani, which was through Tau Ceti. Okay. So be it. So we go back, and back, and back, Tau Ceti, to the Epsilon, to the 40, to the, I got to here and then I forgot. Wow, that's pathetic. Gliese 205. Okay. Yes, all these. Starting there. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely, it's still nowhere near as bad as last season got before I cut that off, but it's definitely slowed down a lot. I don't like that much. It's not a good sign. So I'm hoping that's just that my computer's doing something in the background that I don't know or approve of, and it's something I can find and stop, and not that the game is starting to crawl again. Although it is, of course, completely inevitable. That's what the way this game's designed. It eventually will happen no matter what you do, so. But anyway. Yeah, we're even getting ticks of not responding, which is not good. It's definitely crawling. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I'm not entirely sure that I can fix it, but I will certainly try. Again, assuming it's something on my computer and not the game itself. If it's the game itself, there's nothing I can do. But in either event, we have to just wait and see. And the scout should be arriving fairly soon, I would think. I would think so anyway. I could again be wrong, of course. Okay, we have arrived at another EG, and it looks quite empty. Okay, not a problem. Let's sip back one. And try a different one. Plenty to choose from in this one. Plenty to choose from. Okay, this one at least has something. Pi 3 Orianus? Something like that. Anyway, it's a something, so we'll go scan it. It doesn't matter if I can read the name or not. That's irrelevant. Okay, some asteroids already. Nothing wrong with that. Quite a few asteroids. And hopefully something better than just asteroids. Asteroids are lovely and all, but they never have huge quantities of anything. Which makes them convenient to dig out because they're quick, but you don't get much out of them. But such is life, I suppose. This is a crazy number of asteroids. And I don't know if it just hasn't scanned any of the planets yet, or if there was nothing on them. It's just too many asteroids to to be able to see what's going on here. Alright, you're just about done. Yeah, I see no sign whatsoever that you scanned or found anything on the main worlds, which you have finished, so I can mark Pi 3 Orionis as tons of asteroids. Alright. And I think we've got time for one more, because we're not quite at time control yet. So let's pop in one more. See if we can find anything. We still are okay for fuel. And maybe, with a little luck, we'll find something good in here. Hopefully, anyway. Okay, this is a Geekless 99 or something, and it looks horrifically empty. Okay, I'm not going to count that one. Let's do another one. I mean, eventually I'll have to go back and grav scan them all, but that's... Oh, well, there's something here. Just only one little thing. And it was... Okay, well I can upgrade you from empty to nearly empty. That way I know it's got something, it's just not really worth bothering with. Alright. Fair enough. Now let's squeeze one more in here. Come on, gate 5. Show me some magic. You can do it! Come on, here we go. And yet another Gliese that starts with 1. Oh, goody. But at least it has stuff, so I am okay with that. Hopefully, good stuff. Hopefully. Okay, there's at least 20 moons there. Or wherever it's headed now, I guess. I just saw moon 20, so wherever it's going has a ton of moons. so far, not a whole lot of love. Well, there's something, finally. Something. Well, I'd like to see more planets and less moons and asteroids, but that's just me. Call me greedy if you must, but that's what I would like to see. Alright, so how did we do after all that? That's not bad at all. And some minor thorium. Okay. Not bad. That's decent minerals and some thorium. So I will call that a high note to have ended on. So at this point, folks, I am going to put a cut in the episode as we are getting pretty close to time control. In between this episode and the next, I'll go through and do, same as I've done the last couple times, all these ones that we've opened today. I'll do all the waypoint scanning, so expect to see another long list here. By the time that's done, chances are good the salvager will be done building, so I'll go salvage all those things from wherever that was. I've already forgotten. Did I seriously? Oh, there it is there. That GJ2 something that I could not read. So I'll get those. Yeah, this one here, 2005. I'll get all those sorted. If I do find anything other than just materials or old tech, I'll just write it down and then I can tell you about it next episode. But like I say, the odds of finding something that I don't have are pretty low. But I'm going to try. And if nothing else, it's free minerals, so I might as well have them. Other than that, unless I finish some incredible research... Oh, speaking of research, yeah, and the other thing I was going to do is I need to build some construction brigades and build some kind of military troop transport. So I have a bunch of stuff to do between next episode and now, but that's fine. I'll take care of all that, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.